Bonafide Hustler here, and welcome to another thrift / reselling general vlog. In this vlog, we're basically going to be buying and reselling predominantly used items that we find at Facebook Marketplace, garage sales, and thrift stores. So come join the ride and let's get this thing started. What's going on, guys and gals? Chris, the Bonafide Hustler, coming to you live from the inside of my garage. And we have a sale in about 20 minutes, a potential sale for something that I picked up for $525. There's a small micro chance this thing can sell for $1,600. We'll see. Could get talked down, but what is it? And by the way, don't forget to follow me at the Bonafide Hustler on Instagram and get this free guide. It's the first link down below so you can start learning some of these items on the cheap. It's a free guide and you can learn these items. First link below. So what's the item? And about, I don't know, 4 vlogs ago, maybe 5 vlogs ago, I picked this up. I went to the place to pick it up for $475, and on the way to the place, the lady said a million people were calling her and someone offered her $700 for this item, and then we settled on $525. So I had to bump up my price. I was already en route and she had called me, and it's a pretty high demand item. Now I've decided that I don't want to keep this item. I thought my girlfriend was going to want to ride it, but we're going to keep her on an e-bike, and that's exactly what this item is. It's sitting right here. This is a Specialized Stump Jumper ST, and it is a 2020 model. I picked it up for $525, and this bike right here is in very good condition. I think it's been ridden probably 10 times. And so we have someone coming to check this thing out for $1,600. This bike, brand new in 2020, was around $2,200 to $2,400. And it really hasn't been used much at all. And it's a size small, which is extremely difficult size to find with a Specialized Stump Jumper mountain bike. So let's see if we can get this thing sold to a guy. He might try to talk me down. I don't know if I'm gonna budge or not. I mean, we'll see. I'm not 100% sure. I caught this listing, I think it was within 4 minutes of when it posted on Facebook Marketplace, probably a month and a half ago. And yeah, because I caught it so quick, I had the chance of buying it at $475. And then because it took me a little bit longer time to get there, that's why it bumped up to $525, even though someone had offered $700 or $750 on top of me to the lady. She had some good morals and she kept close to the price that we had agreed upon. It's not every day I find this, but it's a cool thing to start the vlog off with, and let's see if we can get it sold. Okay, I think our guy is here. Our prospective buyer is sitting right there.
Boy, and then my younger boy.
Well, there it is, a 5-minute conversation later, and we have sold the bike for $1,550. So if my math is right, we cleared a G on that bike sale. That's good. $1,025 in profit. Now, like I said, it's not every day that this kind of stuff happens, but I do clear a G sale or sometimes 2 sales that lead to a G profit on average at least once a month. So, but they're not always bikes. There's sometimes other things. Feels good to have it though. All right, a couple days down the road, and I actually went to a garage sale. It's a Friday on this vlog now. And I found some things at garage sales, which I'll show you when I get to the house. Also today, from 5 to 8, there's a church garage sale. Now, I'm not sure that we're gonna go check it out, but I really want to. It's an overcast day. It could be a perfect day for a church garage sale on a Friday at 5 o'clock. I don't know, man. Church garage sales are usually pretty awesome, but it's like I want to be able to do other things around that area in case it's not awesome. And as you know, in Austin, we have, kind of big city traffic problems. And so 5 o'clock puts me like right in the middle of all that. So, and it's in the central part of town. Who knows if it's going to pan out, and who knows if I'm going to see it. But when I get home, because I'm going to thrift stores right now, I'll show you what I bought from garage sales this morning. So I'm at this Goodwill and I found this On It Primal kettlebell. This is pretty cool. I think it's a 12-pound. $10 out the door. I mean, this is gonna be an absolute buy. All right, real talk, right? I have a Roomba in the back, and I have this thing called a Eufy, which we got for free off of Nextdoor. This thing is superior to that thing in the corner. Superior. It has 2 little brushes underneath. You can kind of see them going. This thing is the best thing ever. And let's also shout out to Facebook Marketplace. We got a new couch. There's my dog on there. Well, it's been used a little bit, but really awesome couch. It was $260. That's it. And it's so comfy. Way better than my last couch. Oh my gosh. So back at the house, and I want to show you some of the things I found at garage sales today. Yeah, not many things, but things that are worth it regardless. This was $5 right here at a garage sale. It's just like a little, little micro cabinet. It's got some good tarnished look to it. I think this is worth like $50 to like $80 in the booth right there. It could be from World Market or something like that, but it's pretty awesome. Okay, so from garage sales this morning, I just won garage sale basically. This was $1 a pair. Check it out. We got some Circle G boots. I'll throw that in the booth right there. Nothing crazy. I'll probably get 30, maybe $40 for this. And then we got some On Cloud waterproof, pretty awesome shoes. These are some waterproof trail running shoes, size 10.5. Those are in great condition. And then we have these, have a little bit of trail dust on them. And this is a non-waterproof version of the same exact shoe, pretty much, just in a different colorway, size 10.5 as well. $1 a pair for these on-cloud shoes. Kind of crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna probably list them right now and see what we can get for them. And yeah, that On It kettlebell, which is sitting right here, this thing is awesome. It has a half pood rating, or a half pood. So basically in a Russian kind of like metric system, a half pood is basically the equivalent of about 18 pounds, but it's like what they use for kettlebell measurements, you know, weights. So pretty cool kettlebell, and I think it can sell definitely for about 100 to 150 bucks. I'm not even kidding. They're pretty collectible, extremely rare. I think they're pretty awesome. We're actually garage selling right now, and Facebook Marketplace kind of tip. I found 3 bikes. We have a Specialized Vita Trek FX in the other corner right there. We also have this vintage rock hopper right here. We got all this stuff for $125 on a Facebook ad, so it doesn't really qualify as garage sales, but the resale is pretty decent. I think we're going to resell probably $150 to $200 on this one, and then about $250 on each of those bikes. That said, we're out front of a garage sale right here. I didn't see anything there, but my girlfriend might buy something. But we're about to go to 2 other ones that could pan out pretty well. Bought the skateboard right here and some earbud looking things.
This is for dogs, actually.
Pretty cool. So we got the elephant skateboard from that one garage sale. My girlfriend got a leather jacket, nothing super special. Leather jacket in the booth will be about 80 bucks. She spent 10 or 15 on it. And this skateboard, I got it for 10 bucks. I think it will sell for about 80 to 100. So I call it Elephant brand skateboard. It's a little long, wider than normal skateboards, but a little bit bigger in every dimension. Pretty cool. And then it just came from this garage sale right here for 12 bucks. Got all this stuff. Here's the big winner. This vintage Disneyland hat. Super awesome. This was all part of the $12 deal. Got an Arc'teryx sport hat for women. Probably my girlfriend will take that. Some Rory shorts for myself. There we go. And then a John Galt, I think that's what it's called, John Galt jean jacket, more than likely for myself, but I'll look that up later. Nothing super special. 100% cotton jean jacket. Yeah, some pretty good stuff in that garage sale right there. Okay, I think it's time to sell a Trek Sky bike that we have right there. I picked it up for 100 bucks. I'm gonna sell it for 300 cash, I think. Picked this bike up about 2 months ago for 100 bucks. So we'll see if we can get it sold for 300. Looks like he's taking it for a spin. He's all the way down there, as you can see. Oh, it's like 95 degrees here in Austin, Texas. I mean, it's shirts off weather the whole way through. But it'd be nice to sell a bike today. The garage sales this morning were not terrible either. Pretty surprised by them. I mean, it's like few and far between, but it's just not too bad. Okay, so we got it sold for 300, which was 160 cash and 140 on Venmo, which was good. So that bike was $100. It's pictured right here, and it was a pretty cool bike, you know? It was just a 29-inch women's mountain bike. The day that I bought that, I also bought another bike, which I already sold. But yeah, I was holding off for top dollar. I got offered $150 for that bike, $160, $200, $240, and I held it $300, coming down from a $350 price over the past 2 weeks. So I thought $300 was pretty fair. We're at the same day, and those $1 on Cloud Ventures shoes that I found at a garage sale yesterday, I think I showed it on this vlog. If not, they're outside and I'll show them to you. These size 10.5 on Cloud Ventures shoes. That one's got a little bit of heel wear, but this one's a waterproof one. This one is not. These are both Cloud Ventures. Yeah, they're all 10.5. This was $1 a pair yesterday, $1 a pair yesterday as well. And so I listed them for 50 each, and actually no, 40 for this one, 50 for that one. Someone wants to come check them out for 40 a piece, or buy them both for 80 bucks. So I let him have my Venmo. And I think he's gonna come in an hour, which it's evening time, and I might be in bed in an hour because of an early mountain biking ride tomorrow. So we'll see if he pays me. It's worth $1 risk, okay? So I can turn $1 into 40 or maybe $2 into 80. I don't know yet, but it's worth the risk. It's nighttime and the guy's about to be here, and I just happen to be up. So I guess we won't do the porch pickup thing. But, you know, I just happen to be up still. And hopefully he'll buy them both, but he definitely wants to buy one. If the person's here. All right, turns out that guy was a mountain biker, and he bought both pairs of shoes for 80 bucks. We got a Venmo payment for that. That's good. So it just came from that garage sale right there. It's in the courtyard of this one place. It would be hella weird to like film there. And it's a Sunday. I did go to a garage sale before this, but it was just super chaotic. But in that garage sale, it was inside a condo, and there were 2 people like just hawking at me. I did get this Canon Rebel XSI camera without a charger. It was 20 bucks, and there's also another little Canon lens that's probably pretty worthless. But why I bought this was interesting because it's definitely untested. It could probably go for like 50 to 100 bucks, the XSI. I haven't looked it up, but that's what I'm thinking with it in an untested form. Now, the lady did say that it does work, but they lost the charger. But my bet is on the lens right here. This is an 18 to 270 millimeter Tamron lens. And these typically sell for right around 1 to 150. So pretty awesome lens, and it telescopes, you know, really far. Anyway, so that's the bet on that. And it's the reason why I spent 20 bucks on this thing right here. Pretty cool. And I think untested, probably 50 to 100, but the lens 100% is going to sell between 1 and 150. There's no doubt. So that was a good camera pickup, but we are like a couple hours down the road, and it looks like someone wants to buy a bike that I'm into for 100 bucks. And it's sitting right here. So what makes this bike special? First of all, it's a Specialized, and it's a Cirrus. It's a size large. This is an urban commuter bike. I'm into this thing for like 100 bucks. I think we can get it sold for 280 cash. We have a guy coming right now to come pick it up. So this is nothing super special. They do make a model with little fatter tires called the Cirrus X, which is better for like cobblestone and, you know, like normal urban environments. But this is just a Cirrus, normal, SIRRUS. And it even says it right there, as you can see. But yeah, we're gonna get this bike sold here pretty soon, some bucks to bucks. All right. Looks like the person just pulled up. Hopefully he'll like the bike. Okay, looks like the guy is taking it for a spin. Let's see if he likes it. All right, so I sold it to him for $250 cash, which is cool. And he turns out to be somebody that has worked the ACL festival before, or he works the ACL festival, much like I do once a year. I contract to work with the biggest bar on the premises of the ACL festival, and he does like I think the porta potties or the plumbing of the entire festival. Like, anyway, so he was like super cool guy. Cut him a deal, $250 right here for a $100 bike. Pretty good. See where the rest of the vlog takes us. I missed a bike earlier today that was listed for 50 bucks that I probably could have sold for $350. I caught the listing within 11 minutes, but I guess it wasn't fast enough. It was a Specialized mountain bike for women. I would have had to have driven, I don't know, 30 minutes to go get it, 30 minutes to come back, but still 1 hour of my time, I would have easily made $300 on that bike, and it needed a rear tire tube. Ugh. So that was a pretty good bike sale, but kind of funny story, and it was on this vlog, but we picked up that kettlebell, that Primal kettlebell, and someone offered me 80 bucks for it, I think Venmo, but then they want me to ship it off somewhere. So I'm like, I really don't want to go through the hassle of making a label and all that stuff, so I gave the guy, I put it in this box right here, right, and I gave the guy the dimensions and my address and what it weighs and everything. Because obviously it weighs right around 18.5 pounds because it's an 18-pound kettlebell in there. And I packed it all up, and if he gives me the label in my email, I'll just affix it onto there, take it in the morning, but only after getting paid the 80 through Venmo, which would be good. That means I would make 70 bucks. I forget what I even paid for that kettlebell. Maybe 68. I don't even know. Whatever. All I know is it would be a pretty decent return. Or I could just hold it here and sell it locally for like 100 eventually. But like, why when I can just sell it for 80 now and not be out any other fees or anything weird like that? Does that make sense? What do you think? You think that's the right thing to do? We're at the next day, and the guy actually sent me a prepaid label for that kettlebell and Venmoed me 80 bucks. So it looks like we're getting that thing shipped off, and there's some packages in my car right there. And another thing I sold over the weekend was a pair of Hoka Bondi SRs. These are commonly used for people that are in the workforce that want a comfortable shoe throughout an 8-hour shift, maybe working in a restaurant. They have non-slip marking soles or non-marking soles, whatever, anti-slip as well. Picture right here. I think I'm into those shoes for like 12 bucks, maybe 14. We got them sold for 70 bucks. That was pretty good. I think it's every bit of like 100 degrees out here. I'm pretty sure this video can kind of describe, I mean, look at just the hues and everything. It is hot in Austin, Texas. But we have someone that's gonna pick up a bike, I think, for $375. Now, this was never on a vlog, but my girlfriend found this at a garage sale for $100, like at 11 o'clock. It's a crazy bike. And then we sank 100 bucks into it to get this one brake job done. And so now we're $200 into the bike. I think we could sell it for $175 profit. So $375, and this is the bike right here. The Specialized Epic Marathon full suspension mountain bike. It's got the cross-ride wheels. It's got full XT drivetrain. It's got a Fox front fork and a proprietary brain rear, which is definitely problematic for these kind of bikes. That's why they did away with it. But this was actually a competition grade bike back in the day, probably around 2004, 2006. But it's an awesome, full suspension mountain bike. It's just, I would say the technology of mountain bikes has definitely outpaced it right now, especially with wheel size. So anyway, someone's going to come pick it up for $375, and I think he's going to be here in 2 seconds. Well, the guy picked it up. I didn't even put any of it on the video. He gave me $400 cash, and I gave him 220s back. So we ended up selling it for $360. It's pretty good. I'll take that. I was kind of glad to be away from that bike. It was a good bike. It just took forever to sell. I'm like, you know what? We've had that bike for probably 2.5 months. It's got the geometry of something good back in the day. So it's like dying breed kind of bike, but someone that wants a, full suspension, doesn't care about super current day stuff. Well, that was top tier stuff back in 2004, 2006. So, the person got on it and they're like, this thing is awesome. So there we go. Got some money out of that and made 160 profit. I'd like to make more. And usually when I have a full suspension flip, it really nets way more than that. But I also buy way more current day things. But my girlfriend found that on her own and she was real proud of it. And she showed me on a text. So that was pretty neat. All right, so I sold something on eBay, and it's these shoes right here. These are Nike Wild Horse Trail shoes. They're actually my personal pair, and I don't like them that much, honestly. I try to make them work, but they're just weird. And they're one size too big, to be honest. So yeah, just came from the pool, and we're gonna get these things shipped out. I think I'm like 20 or 25 into these. Sold them for 100, not too bad. Further along in the day, and I think I have a chance of selling this $30 Raleigh, kind of like a hybrid 26-inch wheel. It's called an SC30. There's nothing special about this bike. I really wish I could get 150 for it, but someone offered me 100, and I think I'm gonna take it because I have had this bike for quite a long time. Now, people have ridden it and everything like that, but this Raleigh hybrid is, like I said, nothing special, and I think we can get it moved for $100 cash. Although I think the person that's gonna buy it might be a little difficult, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, it's so hot here in Austin, Texas, but we got $100. Yeah, they were nice people. They, I think the lady just asked so many questions before she got down here. I mean, a million. So I thought it was gonna be a pretty hard kind of sale, but it turned out to be a pretty easy sale, to be honest. It's so hot out there, look how much sweat, oh my God. All right, so I just smashed an amazing workout. We're at the next day, and I came from this Goodwill back there. They're playing some Doobie Brothers, but yeah, I can't be filming in that when they're Doobie Brothers inside, but I found these Nike Golf Infinity Moab shoes. Definitely golf shoes. Yeah, these are pretty cool. A little bit on the rare side. I think I can sell them for about $150 to $200. And I just spent $28 out the door getting these. They are beautiful. I love the Moab colorway. Comment down below if you even know what the Moab colorway is all about. It's pretty awesome. It's definitely a throwback to, like, I would say maybe late 80s, because the Moab started with the hiking shoe back in the day. And now they've actually adapted that Moab colorway to some of the ACG line, which was the first line. And then the Moab colorway found its way into like Vapor Max and some other things, but these are pretty cool. These are called the Golf Infinity Moab. They're like a weather resistant golf shoe. Mid-cut, so nice. All right, back in the casa, and I think we're gonna sell something in about 20 minutes that I picked up at a garage sale with my girlfriend for $5. We put it on top of the SUV. We used it for a little bit. And then I think, 5 months later, here we are selling it. I remember this from a previous vlog, but yeah, this right here is a 5-shelf bookcase. It's like wicker, pretty neat. Nothing crazy. It was $5 at a garage sale. And I think someone wants to buy it for $125, which is great. So we originally started at $200, then $150. Someone offered $125, so I think that's where we're gonna be with a Venmo on this one right here. Yeah, I like the local flip stuff. I mean, that's pretty obvious. One and done, don't have to really deal with anyone else, just one customer, no returns. And there it is, a 5-minute transaction, actually less than 5 minutes, Venmo $125, and got it sold. Pretty good pickup. That was a good sale. And one more thing before the video ends, and that is a bag, a leather bag, a King Ranch toiletry bag is sitting in here. I will flash a picture right there. I think I'm like 11 or 12 into this bag. I bought it about, 6 weeks ago, and thought I would get 100, but took an $85 offer, so that's pretty good. Yeah, $85, not too bad. I'll walk with probably a clean 50 profit or so, something like that with shipping, because shipping was only $8. So yeah, not too bad. This is where the vlog ends. I hope you enjoyed it and learning some things and getting a little bit more brave to flip items that you might see on these vlogs. And I'm glad that not every single item on this vlog was like a bike sale, although the first one was a good one. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please leave a comment and I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. Goodbye.